it's Carol again. I am trying to show off a few of my technology skills and try to do a nice presentation here that's limited to about 5-6 minutes. Jason showed us that really cool screener tool when he gave us all feedback, and I was showing it off to my children and some people in my family, and my 11-year-old said, "Mom, there's even a better tool, and it's called ScreenFlow." So I am trying ScreenFlow to see how this goes. And I was having a few problems with Screener and the screen flashing a bit, and maybe it's my computer's too old. So anyway, here is my overview of my new and improved family communication course. It's Kojo 472, as I mentioned in my video intro. I'm not sitting outside anymore. I'm sitting inside, and I've had to record this 7 or 8 times because 1, my children are still laughing at me, and 2, the dog was barking, and then in the one I thought was the final one, the phone was ringing. So I'm going with this one. No matter what happens, I'm going with it. So this is family communication, Kojo 472. I'm teaching it this fall, 2011. I'm going to try it out, and it's Monday evenings from 6 to 9, which I actually think will be a great time to try out some of these tools since we don't see one another that often, just once a week. And these are usually pretty advanced students, seniors mostly, so hopefully they can follow some of this Blackboard stuff. So over here on the left, you can see I've got a number of tabs. I'm going to just point out a couple things that I did to transform this class that I've taught for a long time into what I think is a better course and a blended model. First thing I did, inspired by Jason, is I created my Welcome to Family Communication video. It's just a minute and a half long or so. Yes, this is where my children just thought I was the goofiest person ever, but I'm not going to show it to you unless you enroll in the class. So anyway, it's just a welcome. I really loved what Jason said about the students finding that they quickly build rapport and how much they really like those videos. So I'm planning on using it not just for this intro, but to explain some material along the way. And one of my goals is to add at least 2 little tiny mini explanations of concepts before or after class for the students this semester. So a couple of the other things you'll notice along the left here that I have done to transform the class are a couple new assignments. One is a discussion board. I've always assigned this thing called eye-openers. Eye-openers in my class are, as I say here, things that they identify which were eye-opening or new, interesting, questionable, challenging. I've always had students come with eye-openers to class. I like to hear what they have found interesting or something that piqued their curiosity in our daily readings. 1, it makes them read, but 2, it's often not the thing that I would have thought was most interesting in the reading. So it always jumpstarts our discussions in class, and this class is a largely discussion-based class. So I'm creating a discussion board where they are going to be posting their eye-openers every class, so I'll get a chance to read some of them before class. In the past, it's just been a surprise, but I'll be able to read them, and everybody else has to read each other's. So one of the rules to make sure they're reading each other's, I'm highlighting here, is that they cannot use the same eye-opener as people who posted before them. So if you're first in, of course, you don't have anyone's to read, but I'm hoping it gets them really motivated. And if they want to use something similar to what someone else wrote, as I explained here, they have to make sure that their eye-opener extends what someone else says. So I'm hoping that this will get them really engaged in the discussion on the discussion board. So that's one of the new assignments. I also added this ask course questions and get answers. Love that idea that Jason came up with. So thank you, Jason. One of my other assignments, I've been doing application journals for a long time in my class, but I've transformed this assignment. It's called the application journal. Here's a quick overview for the students. Quick overview for you all too, is that application journal questions are specific questions asking the students to apply the theory or the research that we're reading about to their own family or a family they know well. So it gets them applying the material and hopefully comprehending it more. So I've given them a bunch of rules here on Blackboard, and then if we scroll down, there will be a list here, and I'll post them by the week, of the application journal question. And so I've created a journal tool which will allow them to answer that question directly in here. And as you can see, very proud of myself, I've also created a rubric to make the grading of these much easier. In the past, grading all the application journals was really a kind of a stressful part of my semester, because there are about 20 application journals times 25 students, and that's a lot. So anyway, I'm hoping this works well. Those of you who use the journal tool know that it is a private discussion between the instructor and the student. So I think it's perfect for these applications. One of the other things I'm doing, if you look over here in the left, it's called the Cyber Family Cafe blog. I am having the students subscribe to the Council on Contemporary Family. It's sort of a listserv. It's a place, an organization that is a clearinghouse for all the best of the best research going on around the globe related to family and family systems and family communication. So students are going to be subscribing to that weekly publication, and I've arranged that with this national organization. We're a pilot study for them. After they've read the article, so they get to choose one from the week, they are going to create a blog post where they first summarize some of the key points of what they read. Then they make connection to something in our text from those pieces. And then they're in their blog going to identify a question they now have, and they're also going to make a stab at answering their own question. They also need to add something creative to their blog. So, you know, like most blogs, I hope they're thinking about links or extended material or visuals or some other kind of thing. So each student is going to do this 3 times over the semester, and I am building into class time and ways and means for discussing these blogs. So I give the students a sample of the kinds of articles they'll be clicking and linking to from the Council on Contemporary Families listserv, weekly email. Articles from the New York Times are very popular, Washington Post, all sorts of great stuff. So anyway, this is a blog tool. It'll be my first time using this in class to try to figure out which student goes which week for those 3 times. I've created some blog groups and dates, so the students can click in and see. So for instance, Madeline Craig and Ann Johnson and Shirley and Kim and you folks are assigned for week 1 of the blog. So in this class, I'm also using Turning Point technology, which I have done in the past. I'm hoping that some of the advanced interaction with Blackboard is going to even enhance that kind of interaction. And so that's about it. It's been a great workshop. Thank you again, Jason, for everything that you've done to inspire our new and improved course, and courses, I should say, and I'll let you know how it goes.